Hi, I'm Scott Willison, owner of the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. Today we're going to tie an early season lake pattern. We like to fish on a lot of our local lakes. It imitates a Chironomid larva or bloodworm, which is a fairly abundant food source early in the season before you get a lot of chironomids and other bugs hatching. So it's a good one to have in your box. It's somewhat of an attractor pattern as well, and seems to work when nothing else does. I call it the hot-blooded. Yes, it's named after a Foreigner song, but great bloodworm attractor pattern. We're going to start with a Daiichi 1760 hook, size 14, and on that I've got a 3/32 inch hot orange bead. I'm using 70 Denier red ultra thread here. Going to go back just a little ways down the bend here. And then for our tail, we're going to use a plume of fluorescent red Marabou. And we'll go try to keep it somewhat sparse, get better movement out of it that way. And we'll tie that in up at the bead, and then wrap back. This is a really important step to get an even underbody. If you don't do this, you'll end up with a kind of a fat butt on most of your flies that doesn't really follow the natural taper. Now, before I proceed, I'm going to lift up that tail, take a couple wraps underneath it. That's going to really help to keep that thing from fouling under the hook. And then we'll go ahead and pinch our tail length down. Don't ever cut the marabou, just pinch it. I like that to be about a shank's length long. And then for our body, we're going to use a couple things. One of them is going to be this blood red micro tubing. I've got a little snippet already cut here. And just like we did with the marabou, I'm tying that in at the bead and then wrapping back. You can really stretch that stuff there, so don't feel hesitant to stretch it and get it compressed so you can keep this fly skinny. I'm going to then take 2 long strands of Chartreuse crystal flash. I will center tie those with a couple wraps up toward the bead, and then we're going to wrap these all the way back and all the way forward. And then we'll go ahead and wrap our micro tubing up. Try to get my wraps fairly close, but you're going to end up with a few spaces in there. That's okay. A lot of the Chironomid larvae are sort of green and red mixed, and this Chartreuse showing through here kind of captures that effect. Alright, we can cut that. Make sure we got a few wraps there to tie that off, and then we'll go ahead and whip finish. Now if left as is, this fly will usually catch a few fish and then they'll chew through that tubing, and I'll have to tie on another one. So I'm going to finish it off by just applying a coat of the bone dry Solarez. It's a UV resin. This stuff dries super tough. This will hold up through quite a few fish. And under the UV light, you can really see that green shining through. So there you have it. Pretty quick and easy bloodworm pattern to tie. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great day.